Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and a little bit less intensive, where I show you the recent overhaul that I did on my computer desk. I had a few priorities going into the cleaning. The first one is that I wanted to get the consoles behind my monitors instead of in front of the right monitor, so that I could see the whole monitor, and also the consoles are kind of cluttered there and I wanted to kind of give them a little more space. In a lot of the shots you can see that there's a light near the back that I don't really use, and I wanted to get a little more mileage out of that, and in order to do that it actually has to be kind of in front of me. And lastly, I just wanted to give everything a little bit of a good dusting, because, you know, we do be having dust. So my first step was to take everything off the desk, everything. I think the only thing that was left at the end of my taking everything off the desk was the PC itself, and that's just because it's a pain in the ass to move and it's very heavy. And I don't want to move it, but I'm gonna have to at some point because I want to give her a little bit of an upgrade, which I'll probably also record for you guys. Next, I dusted down all of my consoles. At first I thought that I would just use a Q-tip and go into the little grooves, but then I figured that a, damp but not wet washcloth was a lot better for the surface dust. And then I took some canned air to the vents and fans and got a pretty disgusting amount of dust up, actually. And then I repeated that process with the other two consoles that are on the desk, in my case the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. I also gave the PC a little bit of a surface dusting. We're probably going to get more intensive when I do my upgrading, but just a little bit of canned air around the vents just to keep her ticking over. So we've got this big, blank, beautiful canvas, and now we're going to go ahead and start putting everything back, which was kind of a pain because I needed to basically try to cram a whole bunch of console in the back and be able to still access everything, while also kind of, remembering why I was putting everything in the back in the first place. Then I started to bring in my mouse, my keyboard, plug everything in. I still maintain that cord management is absolutely for narcs, but it's just something that I'm gonna have to start to pay a little bit more attention to, which is awful and dumb, but fine. So the light is still something that I'm struggling with. I do love my ring light very much, because it's very small but very powerful, but if I have a complaint about it, it's that it's very unwieldy and I have a lot of trouble posing it correctly. So it just kind of does its own thing and I adjust it as needed, but it's a very good light. I also plugged in my capture card, and you can see my face looking not really recording ready, but it is what it is. I've looked worse on camera. It's fine. It's totally fine. And I tried to kind of, redo the capture card in parts, because I knew that the capture card was kind of essential to my whole situation, since I'm recording more retro games lately, but I couldn't really justify, I guess, having everything out on my desk all the time, so it's in the back of my desk now, and now my desk itself looks a lot cleaner. I have more room for a notepad and activities. This was a good choice. I don't regret moving things around at all, but at the same time I feel like I'm going to run into it again where I'm like, I want everything on my desk all the time, and that's going to be a problem too. And that's where we are, with a nice bright keyboard, good decent cord management, and a nice clean setup. I understand that this isn't the most interesting video, but people have asked me about my build in the past, so I figured this would be a good video to make to kind of introduce that. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.